what they want it to be. And I'm not even here last week for 3 days, and every time Obama makes a speech, he mentions me, talking about health care, and then Romney gets a question based on what Obama has said about me. What do I have to do with this? I'll tell you what I think I have to do with this. Ever since the Supreme Court ruling came out, rather than talk about is it a penalty or a tax, what did we do here? We went back to the beginning and started telling everybody what is in this bill. This program offered detailed explanations and analysis of the substance of the bill and what it meant for people, tax-wise, healthcare-wise. The media was totally happy with this mindless, twiddle little debate about penalty versus a tax, because all that was a diversion and a distraction. It allowed the substance of things to be ignored. I have learned in my nearly 24 years that when they are invoking my name, it means they're worried about what I'm saying. So I had to look back. What was I saying? We were talking about health care in terms of what ObamaCare is and what it will mean. We went back and we relived. And we've got, by the way, I should point out to you, remind you, our audience has expanded geometrically ever since that Fluck business. So there are people listening for this program for the first time in the last 6 months who are hearing things they've never heard before. And a lot of it was the substance of that health care bill and so forth. So I'm convinced. You go back and look at the campaign of 1980 and Reagan and Carter and compare it to today, you find a lot of similarities. And you may think I'm jumping back and forth. One day I sound depressed, down and out. It's over. And that was not the case yesterday. And the other days like this, if the election's held today, Obama loses in a landslide. I think that every day. Because I still, call me Jimmy Stewart here, I still believe in the America as founded and that it still exists. And I still believe that a majority of the American people want that country to continue to reassert and prosper again. I firmly believe this. And that is why I believe Obama would lose in a landslide. And I think Obama's people know he would lose in a landslide if it were today. They are out there. They are out there. They're now sending out emails that we're going to lose if this keeps up, meaning if Romney keeps outraising us. And every day you can find a story in the state-controlled media about some media figure or some Democrat somewhere or somebody in the administration finally realizing, you know what, we could lose this. You see one of those stories every day. You know what, we could, as though this re-election was in the bag, as though it was a fait accompli, as though it was a foregone conclusion. But now, all of a sudden, you know what, we could lose this thing. Well, I'm here to tell you they have been afraid of that for 2 years. They have been convinced and because whereas you may have forgotten the 2010 midterms, they haven't. They created Occupy Wall Street because of the 2010 midterms. They got, some of the things that Obama is out saying on his teleprompter. I have to take a break. There's an example. I can't think of it right. I saw it right before the show started. I'll get it. I'll remind myself here to find it. There are days that I don't think he knows what he's saying, which means somebody's writing it for him, sending him out there, and he's blabbering it. There's a lot of incoherence out there. Because I got to tell you something, folks. They have based all of their re-election opinions, hopes, whatever, on the fact that Obama is messianic and likable, lovable, smart, respected, and that's what's gone down the tubes. I'm just here to tell you, if Barack Obama's winning is entirely based upon his likability, then they could lose this thing and lose it big, because I don't believe those likability numbers either. What is there to like? I think that's another myth that has been perpetuated by the drive-by media. Not that he's disliked or hated, but this universal like and respect. No, it doesn't happen in economic circumstances like this.